Ryan's point of view. How is this possible? Keep up, babe. I growled in annoyance as I missed another step. Though it wasn't the first I missed since we started playing Just Dance, still it was insanely unfair that my boyfriend was well more coordinated than me. Ah! Breathe, Ryan. Let the music take control. What if the music starts controlling me to strangle you? He laughed. How can Jungkook still laugh as he dances while I'm practically on the verge of death? So, what does one desperate, tired, and dying girlfriend do to her seemingly perfect at everything boyfriend? Push him out of the way. Hey, you cheat! I fell onto the couch behind us laughing. Yay! He pumped a fist into the air, then started rotating his hips. Unable to take him seriously, I busted out laughing. Then the next thing I know, Jungkook was laying down on top of me and I was wheezing. Dude, heavy! I slapped his shoulder, but he had his face buried in my neck and the sensation was tickling me. I'm gonna die. Still not listening to me? He somehow managed to wrap his arm around my waist and he flipped us so I was the one laying on top of him, or more accurately on his chest. He was grinning triumphantly. Show off. Only for you, babe. Swoon. You would think 3 months into our relationship and I would be used to hearing him call me pet names, but apparently not. Then he pecked the tip of my nose and I almost died of heart failure. You got that starstruck look on your face again. Well, when my boyfriend happens to be one of the hottest men I have seen in my life. It was his turn to blush. Finding out that Jungkook gets bashful when complimented in any way or form was the highlight of my life. Oh, so you only like me because of my looks and not my lovable personality? I see how it is. I giggled, unable to help myself. You're a dork. Takes one to know one. His face started inching closer to mine when we heard the basement door twist open. I pushed off Jungkook and stood awkwardly next to the couch just as Mrs. John stuck her head through the door, looking at us from the top of the stairs. There's some dinner up here, you two, if you want anything. Thanks, Mom. Let me know if you guys want something else to eat. Will do, I replied. Thank you, Mrs. John. She smiled before retreating back to the kitchen, closing the basement door once more. Remind me why we are keeping our relationship a secret from our parents again? Literally everybody else knows. Did you forget who our dads are? In case you did, let me refresh your mind. Your dad is the fire department chief and my dad's a police officer. Can you imagine what those two would do to each other if we told them? You make a valid point, but his hand shot out and the next thing I knew I was sprawled onto his lap. He grinned mischievously at me. I won't be responsible if they found out because I couldn't keep my hands off my adorable girlfriend. The kiss was rough, maybe a bit punishing, but I wasn't complaining. Is it possible to die of anxiety? I looked over my shoulder as soon as I sent the message. Jungkook pulled his phone out of his sweater, then looked up at me with raised brows from his seat as if to ask seriously? While in class, I shrugged. He was not amused, but he started replying anyway. Breathe, everything will be fine. You don't know that. I don't know that. I know it, babe. Stop stressing. You'll get accepted. If not, I'll follow you to whatever college you go to. We have had this discussion before and somehow it always gets here. High school graduation was about a month away and I was still waiting for a reply to my application. My parents can't quite get why I was stressing over getting accepted into the same school as Jungkook, and I can't say I blame them. I was still insistent on keeping our relationship a secret. A few minutes later, he pulled into my driveway and we both headed into my house, my hand twitching with the effort to not reach for Jungkook's. It had become second nature really, and it took a lot to repress my girlfriend instinct around our families. We had just stepped through the door when Mom and my little sister rushed towards us, looking extremely excited, while Dad walked behind them. Mom cuts me off by showing an envelope under my nose. With trembling hands, I reached for the envelope, unfolded it, and began to read. My chest squeezed almost painfully as tears sprung in my eyes. She got it. Jungkook sat right next to my ear as he was looking over my shoulder. He looked up to my waiting family. She's in! Mom and my sister squealed in delight, hands clasping as I jumped up and down while Dad grinned proudly. Without thinking, I turned and flung my arms around Jungkook's neck as I pulled him down and planted his lips against mine. As his hand settled on my waist, I heard my sister somewhere in the background. Oh no! Remind me why you're hiding again? Ashley, my best friend, asked while I stayed in her room. My parents found out about Jungkook and me. About time. How did they react? I don't know. Ran out of the house before they could react and took Jungkook's car. Yikes. You left Jungkook to his death? Not really. I reached for my phone and gave it to her to show her Jungkook's text. You little girl, your dad chased me down 5 blocks before giving up. Hiding out at Taehyung's, love you. What are you gonna do now? Figure out a plan? Something I guess. Just then the door banged open and in came Taehyung with Jungkook following after him. Wait, what? Jungkook? I questioned standing up. His eyes went to me and I saw his shoulders drop in relief before I tackled in a hug. I'm so happy to be alive, he cried out. When your dad started chasing me, I saw my life flash before my eyes. I rolled my eyes before pushing him away. What are you doing here? He, Taehyung answered, is here because I am acting as a mediator between the two of you and your parents. More specifically, your dads. Your moms can't be more ecstatic. I think they started talking about baby names. Jungkook and I shared a look. So, as a mediator, I have come up with a plan. I don't like the sound of this, Jungkook muttered. Both of you sit down, we have a dinner to plan. I went out shopping just a few hours earlier. We both gave my dressed up figure a once over in the mirror before nodding to ourselves. Not bad, I commented. Not bad at all. Then she clapped her hands. Okay, let's get you downstairs to your awaiting boyfriend. He's hoping he survives Taehyung's makeover. Wow, Jungkook exclaimed, a dimple smile splitting his face. I smiled back timidly, wanting to say the same about him, but finding it a bit hard to know how intense his gaze was. All in all, my boyfriend looked damn fine, like damn fine. Taehyung suddenly let out a low whistle. Well, look at you, Miss Ryan. Jungkook is one lucky guy. Girl, Jungkook will have to fend the guys off you tonight. Ashley piped in with a teasing grin. Oh God, it will be a job I will thoroughly enjoy. You ready? Taking a deep breath, I nodded. Yeah, I'm ready. Jungkook's point of view. I haven't seen my family in almost a month. I just really want to cuddle my wife and give my daughter a kiss. Right, let's see what's waiting for us. What was waiting for me apparently was Ava's tricycle in the middle of the walkway, nearly making me fall flat on my back. I haven't been gone long enough for her to want to kill me, have I? I questioned the night sky. The front door swings open to reveal my wife and I freeze. She's wearing my favorite sleep shirt and nothing else. For a moment, I just stare at her, my wife, and I smile. I thought for sure I'll be going to bed without you again. Is it really that late? I asked briefly, consulting my wristwatch. 11:23 p.m. Huh, would you look at that? No wonder the little madam hasn't made her appearance yet. Oh, she did not go down without a fight. Trust me, she tried so hard to stay awake for you. She was very determined to be the first one to give Daddy a hug. Honey, be honest with me. I laughed quietly. Did you lose another argument with our 5-year-old? She's quick to avoid my eyes. I do not argue with our kid. Unlike you, I am a mature adult. I tell her what to do and she does it. I note, biting down on my tongue to stop myself from laughing and completely unconvinced. Did you travel to another dimension where 5-year-olds actually listen to their parents? I tell her laughing, finally breaching the small space between us as I drop my head in the crook of her neck and wrap my arms round her waist. I took her up in my arms and shut the door with my leg. You'll wake the sleeping beauty up, then none of us are getting any sleep tonight. Who said I'm letting you sleep? I'm so freaking tired I can fall asleep right here, right now. Plus, I came up with this melody on the piano earlier that I want you to listen to. Or we could use your conventionally soundproof music room for something else that could be loud. Or you can use a conveniently large couch for the night. You wouldn't dare. She smiles cheeky and tempting all at the same time. Wanna bet? You lady? Ryan laughs. I love you too, sweetie. Now come. I followed after her into the music room. Her music room completely soundproof for late night melody inspirations or the occasional lover's pat. I hate fighting with my wife, but the room has helped keep our disputes from ever and strictly between us. I want this shirt back now. She reached down to pull the shirt over her head and hands me. Surprised that my wife had gone alone, I can only appreciatively run my gaze down her bare skin that she had revealed to me. The matching blood-red lacy underwear that she had hidden under my shirt hides nothing from my imagination. This is the game she wants to play, so I'll behave for now. For me? Maybe, she cheekily replies, her own smile spelling nothing but trouble, the kind I like. Now hush and listen. Yes, ma'am, you are insufferable. Yes, but you love me. Unfortunately. This is a one-shot, guys. For more videos, please subscribe this channel. Have a great day, dear ones. Bye.